sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? Hope you're all ready for this one on Sunday night.
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball is teed up. Zane Gonzalez to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. Bucky Irving now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
Irving here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Baker now off the play fake. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Mayfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. Baker throwing again. He has the first over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down, here's Baker. This is caught by Trey Palmer. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That's complete, Mike Evans. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out is the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. While there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They're set up at the 35 now. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Now here he goes again. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Daniels on first down. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. A good pickup of 6 there, but still 13 to go on third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Oh, he's going to run for it! And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Running right, it's Irving. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They are facing second down deep on their own end. Fits it through the middle. Still going inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got first and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Into traffic, complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Baker to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Mayfield to throw again. Has it down close. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play fake here. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. He's contained at the line for no gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Following the play, we have an injured Commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Typically, when you throw that comeback, you're looking for a little bit more yardage. But if you've heard me say it once, Kate, you've heard me say it 100 times. Never, ever turn down a completion.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll motion Brown right. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Throwing now, Daniels. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Commanders 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. This one's taken in by Otten. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now. This ball's cut by Palmer. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one finds Irving. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Baker throwing again. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Here's Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To throw, Daniels. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Again, Daniels to the air. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 1-score game before halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Commanders 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. We've hit halftime here in Tampa, and the Buccaneers toting a nice lead into the locker room. Now we'll keep it in state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports halftime reports. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Daniels back to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Devontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 now. That throw behind his intended target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Daniels now. Finds his back complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They give to Irving, left side. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Right back to Irving now. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
You know, when we watch the combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Into traffic, complete. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Pass interference. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Now Daniels to throw. It's taken in by Eckler. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10 are under Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught for the first. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Daniels. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie this game at 21. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Inky Luvu there for the tackle.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Irving on the inside give. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. New set of downs for him from the 46. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Once again, Irving. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Play fake, it's Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he's still fine.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this.
Play is under review.
Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
All right, so wipe the touchdown away. He did not make the catch. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Commanders set to take over. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Robinson on the inside give. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Washington. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead.
Commanders 28, Buccaneers 24.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Got his target, it's Otten. And they're gonna bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Mayfield now from the gun. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Baker. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw again. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Baker throwing again. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers losing by 4. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Baker now off to play fake. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers jump in front late. Mike Evans with the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Setting up to pass. Completed here to McCaffrey. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders have taken the lead late. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.